Hi guys, how are you? I'm happy to be here tonight. The topic tonight is 3 reasons why junking the plan is okay. And I'm Sage from Growing Sage, and I'm happy that you're here joining me. If you have been struggling with a plan or you've had some goals set up for yourself and you're feeling kind of a little stuck, I am here to tell you why junking the plan might be okay. So if that interests you at all, hit like, hit share, and get anybody else on that you think might be interested. So first off, let's talk about plans. Plans are definitely a good thing. If you right now in your life have different areas where you don't have a plan, then you might want to sit down and actually work on that, because plans often stem from goals and dreams, and it would make me a little nervous for you if you hadn't really sat down and reflected on things like your career and your relationship and your family and your friends and your hobbies and your experiences, and made plans for those things, because intention is so powerful in our lives. And if we're not setting up those plans to achieve those things we want and putting that intention out there, it's almost like the universe doesn't know how to respond to us or what to give to us because we're not asking. And that is a powerful thing to actually navigate setting up those plans. Now, as most of you know, I am a life coach and I specialize in growth, and I help people with their plans and their goals all the time. And I also work other jobs where I am constantly working with people on their goals and their plans in other areas as well. And I realized several years ago, about 20 years ago, the importance of having a life coach or a mentor. And I realized that your brain gets muddled and it can kind of play tricks on you sometimes, and you can really have these ups and downs and ebbs and flows of life that can hang you up a little bit. And when you have somebody that you're reaching out to and is helping to coach you into devising those plans and setting them up, as well as then the steps to reach those goals and dreams, it's such an empowering tool. And I have been very lucky over the last 20 years, and I don't just have one life coach or mentor. I have several for different areas of my life, and that is some of like the best money I spend. Like, I'm so excited to set up those appointments and to show up for those appointments because my energy is so much better. So I really want to say I'm happy that you are here with me, because even if, this is what you have time for right now, and that is to show up to this video or to read my posts, then that's one step closer to, building that relationship with a coach and mentor to advocate for you. Now, having said that, and again, I'm Sage from Growing Sage. I'm a growth coach. Having said that, let's rephrase back or redirect back to our topic, which is 3 reasons why it might be okay to junk the plan. So we want to talk about the fact that plans are really a way to grow through a journey of reaching the goals and the dreams we have for ourselves. And a lot of times those plans are a lot more about the journey than they are the destination. And I know that's tough, especially for people like me who like to, have everything lined up and have everything controlled, to just really be present and stay centered in those steps in that process. It can be so rewarding, and I'm so glad that I'm finally getting to a place where I can do that in my life. Now, let's take just a story to kind of give you an example before I give you the 3 tips. So let's say you go to work. It's a Tuesday. You got this big project to do by Friday, and you know that like you really need to get like at least 2 like seriously focused hours in today. on this project that you got to submit on Friday. And you're about 30 minutes in and your brain's like turning and you're just kind of stuck like on this piece that you want to do and the project, you can't figure out how to make it work. And all of a sudden your coworker's peeking in the door, right? And they're like, hey, do you got a minute? And your brain's like, oh, not really. I'm stuck on this. I know it's going to be at least 2 hours. I'm trying to grind this out. And you're like, yeah, sure. And your coworker sits down and they start talking to you about something that's going on with them in their life. And it's like time stops almost. And you're sitting there with your compassion and your empathy and you're listening and you're providing space for that coworker so that they can navigate their thoughts and their emotions. And sure enough, things wrap up and they're like, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Like, I didn't mean to take this much time. Thank you so much. You know, and you look over the clock and you notice an hour and a half has passed and you're like, oh, what am I going to do? Right? I know I got to get this project done and it's going to take me at least 2 hours. And you have this initial state of panic. But as the person's walking out the door and you kind of sit back in your chair for a minute and you think about it and you think, God, I'm glad I was available to help that person because they seem like they feel better. It actually made me feel better. God, I hope everything works out with them. And quite frankly, that coworker has always been really great to you and you're happy to return the favor. I mean, it is what it is. So you look at the clock and you're like, it's close to lunch anyway. I might as well just cut right here and take a little lunch break and try and pull things together. I guess maybe I'm going to have to stay late tonight. I don't know. So you go to lunch, you're eating, you're reflecting on the nice conversation with your coworker and you're just putting out good energy for them that things are going to work out okay. And then all of a sudden, bling, holy cow. There's the piece I was missing in the project. It just popped into my head. All of a sudden it's there. How did that happen? And you just grab this napkin and you start scribbling these things down and you're like, I wasn't even thinking about it. It's almost as if the universe rewarded you for listening, taking the moment to step back, being present for another human being, showing compassion, and just disconnecting from the grind of working. And then, boom, there it is, the answer. You need it the whole time. You finish your sandwich, you're just hustling to get back to your desk because now you're so excited to put it together. And now it literally takes you an hour and 15 minutes because it's so cleaned up now, you've figured it out and it's done. And you're like, wow, I can still leave on time, everything's good. Well, that's just an example of why sometimes it's okay to junk the plan. So, again, I'm Sage from Growing Sage, and we're talking about why there might be 3 reasons to junk the plan and go a different route. So let's go over those 3 reasons. So the first reason is that junking the plan might provide us opportunities. Okay, so let's talk about those opportunities. One opportunity might be for a lesson. Maybe this, weird thing happened and it was because you needed to learn something in that moment. It was a great growth opportunity. Another is just like the story we just did, and that is that it might give you an opportunity to make a connection with another human and to actually be there and be present for them to help them. What a cool opportunity. Maybe it's because you're getting an opportunity to have a little more reflection time. Because in the hustle bustle of life, I mean, how much do all of us put it as a priority to just like rest and be and breathe and contemplate without just blah, blah, blah on our phone, digesting the days away. And if you can just be and reflect, a lot of times your energy will clear. And then obviously the biggest opportunity that for junking the plan is, for growth. There could be a really good growth opportunity there. So the first reason why junking the plan might be the right answer is because maybe you're being given opportunities. And if you're just grinding out, you're missing those opportunities. So the second reason is our wellness. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of torturing myself and my wellness, and I'm sick and tired of our societies and our culture torturing our wellness. Wellness should be number one, period. Our wellness. That doesn't mean our self-care should come after our list of 5,000 things get done. It means wellness happens now. That is the first thing that gets done. And I can tell you right now that that is my number one goal in life for myself, is to keep increasing wellness as my priority and let everything else trickle below that. Because I just know about myself that if I'm well and I'm centered and I'm whole and I'm acting from a place of love and light and compassion and giving back to others, then I feel good. And I feel like I'm serving my purpose here. And everything else can trickle out of that. Now, if you're thinking about that wellness category, the health and the wellness and the sanity just really needs to be a priority. It really does. And if your plan has you plugging away nonstop and you're not making that a priority, you're burning yourself out in your plan. And how can you celebrate the small achievements and the moments if you are constantly in that state of burnout? You can't. Now, the other thing I kind of want to point out with the wellness is we all can choose to get a little bit better of paying attention, because when your plan starts to feel like it's going to hell in a handbasket, it's probably because your wellness is not the priority. You start acting out of emotion and fear and all of those things when you're run down and tired. So if you can get back to a place of rest and centered and using your heart and your love and your compassion, then you can go back to a place of ease and grace for yourself, number one, and others, and then the plan. Okay? And then you've probably noticed this, but if you choose to rest, then the next time you go back to the plan and back to the list, it's like it finishes with way more ease and grace than it would have. There's a reason for that. So the first two reasons are you could be getting opportunities if you junk the plan, and you're putting your wellness first, which is such a priority. Now the third reason is a cool one, and that is that maybe, just maybe, the universe has a better plan for you. Now, I'm not saying we don't have choice, we don't have free will, but I think a lot of you on here realize that sometimes the universe, sometimes God, whoever you believe in, has a better plan. There's a lot more going on in this world than just our lives and just our perceptions of things. And there might just be a better plan out there for you. Maybe you've been just working your plan and you got all these things going and you're doing a really good job, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't seem like things are clicking anymore. Maybe because the universe knows you've outgrown your goal. You've already outgrown it. So why would you keep doing all these little steps to reach a goal that you're already ready to move past? Or maybe if you just calm down, take a little break, take a little vacation, and give yourself a couple days, maybe a whole better way of doing the plan pops up for you because you're finally rested. And those are messages the universe is trying to send us all the time. And it's whether we choose to listen to the whispers before they come yells and screams is all up to us. So to review, we talked about the importance of a plan and that it is such a good idea to, sit down in a quiet space and make plans and goals for different areas of your life. Journal about it. Journaling's great for that thing. But we have to realize that a lot of times the plan is really the journey, and we're getting so many growth opportunities out of that. And that it's really, really okay to junk the plan for 3 reasons. It might be providing us opportunities. It might be helping us focus on our wellness. Okay? And it might also mean that the universe has got a better plan for us. So I hope that helps you a little bit. And I just want to really say thank you, because there's lots and lots of you that are joining me in this growth on Growing Sage. And that means so much to me, because it means that you're putting some sort of plan in place for you to be able to grow. And even if that's you just see my couple posts every day and you reflect on it, that's a great step. I'm super happy for you, and I'm super proud of you. Or maybe you're catching some of these videos, or maybe you're going to my website and reading some of my blogs. All of those are ways to put your plans in motion to reach your goals and dreams. And if you're ever interested to level up another step, I'm certainly here for you for personal coaching as well. And I've got some dates coming up here soon that are going to open up. So keep an eye on that. But I am super, super proud of you for growing with me, Sage. Okay? It means the world to me. And I'm so proud of you. And I give you permission to junk the plan if you need to. Have a great night, lovelies.